Most gardeners think compost is just food scraps, grass clippings, and maybe some leaves if you're doing it right. But what if I told you there's a single plant you can add that doesn't just break down? It supercharges your compost like it's suddenly leveled up. I'm talking faster decomposition, more nitrogen, richer humus, and plants growing bigger in half the time. And the best part? This is a plant most of us ignore, mow over, or even treat as a weed. Today I'm going to show you the hidden hero that transformed my compost from normal garden waste into jet fuel for soil life, and exactly how you can do it too. The plant is comfrey, not flashy, not expensive, and definitely not new. In fact, comfrey has been used for centuries as a medicinal plant, and for good reason. It's what gardeners today call a dynamic accumulator, meaning its deep roots dive far into the soil and pull minerals up that most plants can't reach. Most calcium, potassium, nitrogen, phosphorus, all the things hungry vegetables crave, end up packed into comfrey's giant leaves. When you add those leaves to your compost, you're basically dumping a mineral supplement straight into your soil ecosystem. Before comfrey, I thought my compost was fine. It broke down in a few months if I kept it moist and turned it once in a while. But when I incorporated comfrey, everything changed fast, like visibly fast. Within days, that pile heated up hotter than ever before. Steam rising in the morning, worms going wild, and that earthy sweet smell that tells you microbes are having a feast. My compost time dropped from months to just a few weeks. So, what makes comfrey so powerful? First, it's incredibly high in nitrogen, almost like dropping fresh green manure into your pile, but without the stink of chicken or cow manure. Nitrogen is like gasoline for the microbes that break down carbon materials. Straw, wood chips, cardboard, all those browns that normally take forever suddenly vanish when comfrey shows up. And because comfrey leaves break down almost instantly, they accelerate the whole system. Think of it as adding a biological booster that wakes everything up. The second reason comfrey transforms compost is its mineral density. Comfrey roots go 6 to 10 feet deep, tapping into pockets of nutrients other plants never reach. Your tomatoes and peppers might be stuck sipping what's at the surface, but comfrey brings up the good stuff. Potassium for strong roots and fruiting, calcium for cell strength, phosphorus for flowers. When those leaves break down in compost, those minerals become easy food for your garden later. And wow, your plants feel the difference. The third benefit, comfrey attracts and feeds earthworms like candy. You don't add comfrey to a pile, you invite an army. Worms shred the leaves, aerate the pile, and leave behind castings that are packed with biology. The moment they showed up, my compost became alive in a whole new way. Let me walk you through exactly how to use comfrey for maximum effect. Step 1. Grow comfrey in a permanent location, because once it's in, it's in. The roots are deep, and if you dig it up, even the tiniest piece grows back. Step 2. Harvest leaves when they're big and full. I take the bottommost ones first. These giant leaves can be chopped up for faster breakdown or simply laid into the pile whole. Step 3. Pair comfrey with carbon-heavy materials. Toss it into piles that are slow or cold. If you have lots of dried leaves or shredded cardboard, perfect match. Comfrey balances the pile instantly. Step 4. Layer it. A good compost is layered like a lasagna. Browns, greens, browns, greens. Comfrey can fill green gaps whenever you need them, honestly. Step 5. Don't waste any. You can also dunk comfrey leaves into water for a couple weeks to make comfrey tea, a liquid fertilizer that smells awful but, well, works magic. The leftover leaf sludge? Straight into the compost, no question. After about a month of using comfrey consistently, I started noticing something genuinely exciting. My plants, especially tomatoes, potatoes, and squash, went from good to monstrous. Thick, dark leaves, fruit forming early, roots that exploded out of their pots like they were hunting for more soil. The soil itself, black and crumbly like chocolate cake. The kind of compost you can't help but run through your fingers and honestly smell. That's when I knew comfrey wasn't just helpful, it was a total game changer. Now, a little warning. Not all comfrey is friendly. If you're buying, look specifically for Bocking 14, a sterile cultivar that won't spread by seed. Traditional comfrey can take over a whole yard if you're not careful, so unless you want a comfrey forest, stick to Bocking 14. What I love most about this plant is how little it demands. No fertilizer, barely any water once established. It's like a free garden assistant that works underground. You harvest leaves several times a season, and every single time those leaves give more than they take. Comfrey has become one of my top secret weapons, not because it's expensive or rare, but because almost nobody uses it. It's like finding out your lawn weeds are actually superheroes. If every gardener planted comfrey near their compost pile, I'm convinced the world would have better soil within one season. So let me ask you this, why spend money on fertilizers that wash away and disappear, when the best soil nutrients can be grown right in your backyard for free? If you want compost that finishes fast, if you want soil life that thrives, if you want vegetables that shock your friends and neighbors, then you need this plant. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. One comfrey plant can change everything. So the next time you walk past a patch of big green leaves with purple bellflowers, don't ignore it. Invite it into your garden army. Your compost will thank you. Your plants will reward you. And you'll look back and say the same thing I did. I added this plant to my compost and it changed everything.